Hi! Hi, and welcome to Rooftop Trombone in the age of COVID-19. My name is Don Bowyer, and this is my one-year anniversary special. Hi, as I said, my name is Don Bowyer. I'm the Dean of the School of Arts at Sunway University, right here in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, actually in Sunway City, which is part of the metropolitan region of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And I welcome you to my rooftop, well, in this case my balcony, because it has been raining. So, as I said, 1 year anniversary special. 1 year ago tonight, 18 March 2020, Malaysia started the day one of a 14-day, that's what was announced, 14-day lockdown, nationwide lockdown. Everybody stay home unless you go eat. Unless you go to get food. Restaurants are closed. Stay home unless you're going to get food or to get health care. Otherwise, stay home. The entire country for 2 weeks, they said. And so I went out on my balcony and played trombone for, 5 minutes, and told some bad jokes, and said, I'm going to come out and do this every day for the duration of this movement control order, it's called, here in Malaysia. I can do this for 2 weeks. That first one lasted for 106 days until July 1st. Actually, it kind of ended in June, but this is a long story. My wife was out of town, and I set July 1 as the end date because that's when she got back. Anyway, it's not important. Then we had another lockdown, a second lockdown in parts of Malaysia. I don't remember the date, but it was in October. And that lasted for 70 days. 106 plus 70. And then in January, 15th, 14th, 18th, sometime in the middle of January, we had a third lockdown, or officially it was the MCO 2.0, but it was the third lockdown here in my region. And that lasted for 51 days, I believe. What's that? 51 and 70 is 121, and 106. 226 days of rooftop trombone ending, I don't know, 3 weeks ago maybe, when this most recent lockdown ended. And we are not in lockdown right now. We are in a conditional movement control order, which means some restrictions, but it's not like the lockdown. Anyway, and so because sorry, I just had to get rid of that. So anyway, I mentioned that 200, actually it's 227, I believe. Yeah, 251. Yeah, 227 days out of the last 365. But then I realized, I was counting that up earlier this evening, like 5 minutes ago, and I realized there was also a special one-off in September when a close relative passed in the United States, and I was not able to go to the memorial. And my tribute to her was to do a rooftop trombone in September, even though we weren't in lockdown. And then I did another one New Year's Eve that was not during a lockdown. And now this one, so we're actually at 230 with this one tonight, out of 366 days, I guess, if you count tonight and last year. Anyway, it's not important. All these numbers, who cares? You're here to make fun of my trombone playing, right? So I thought, on the 1 year anniversary of Malaysia's lockdown, the 1 year anniversary of Malaysia's initial lockdown, the 1 year anniversary of Rooftop Trombone 1.0 Episode 1, I thought I'd come out here and do a couple of tunes. Well, actually, I've got 3 really short pieces I'm going to play for you. They're all original compositions of mine, because that's what I wanted to do, and you're not buying tickets. Anyway, so I'm here to play 3 trombone pieces that I've composed during the lockdowns, kind of in, well, not exactly reverse order, but close. These first 2, in the third lockdown that started in January, which was also announced as 14 days and went 51. Anyway, I committed at the beginning of that for 14 days in a row, I would compose a new piece each day and perform it that night. And I did, barely. I managed it for 14 days. And I call those the lockdown miniatures, number 1 through 14, lockdown miniature. And I'm going to play a couple of those, the very first 2 of those, in fact. Lockdown miniature, it's got a clever title, Lockdown Miniature number 1. I'm going to play that for you right now. It's about 1.5 minutes long. I think the second one's even shorter. I hope you enjoy this. I'll probably tell a bad joke in between if I can think of one. Oh, I have a story to tell. So, you know, Zoom, everybody's zooming, zoom, 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 zoom. So not too long ago, actually I think it was before the new year, so last year sometime in 2020, my wife and I, hi Donna, my wife and I were in a Zoom conversation with one of our grandchildren. I won't mention his name because he doesn't want to be embarrassed, but he's the 12-year-old one. And we're chatting, well, he was 11 at that time, not yet 12. And we're chatting, and well, mostly he's chatting with his nana because, you know, there's a special bond between an 11-year-old boy and his grandmother. And I'm just sitting there waving and stuff and trying to get attention. And at one point, he was about to go, and I said, wait, Zach, hey, wait, young man, can I tell you a story? And he paused and he looked at me and he said, is it long? Thank you, sir. Look out for your next birthday present. Anyway, having told that story for no apparent reason, I'm now going to play a piece of music that's unrelated to it. Here is Lockdown Miniature number 1. That's Lockdown Miniature number 1. I have to turn a page. That's why I stopped to talk. And there's rubber bands and stuff to deal with. It's so great to see some of you here live. Oh, got another one. Another one coming. Neighbors downstairs. This next one has an even more clever title. It's called Lockdown Miniature number 2. And it's a different mood to the first one, as it should be. Here it is. Thank you. That's Lockdown Miniature number 2. Thank you. Both of those were composed in 2021 in January, just a couple months ago. This next one was composed in 2020. In fact, it was in March. I don't remember the exact day, but it was later after March 18th. I don't know, day 8 or 10 or something. This one sprang out of my head. And it's called the Lockdown Blues, and it has some vocal parts as well as some trombone. And I added a third verse today, by the way. Yesterday, today, today, it was this morning. I added a third verse because I think it's better. It used to go back to the first verse again, and this is better, I hope, if I get it right. Anyway, let me see, do I have another story to tell? I have not story to tell, but I have news to share. This Sunday afternoon, my time, 2 p.m. Malaysia time, which is GMT 8, which means it's London time, it would be 6 a.m. Sweden time, 7 a.m. My Swedish friends. East Coast U.S., it's 2 a.m. for you guys, and you can back it up from there depending on where you live. Anyway, at that hour, we will stream for the first time, and you can catch it later because it's going to be on Facebook and YouTube, the 10 compositions of the 10 composition students that I had this semester in a class. Composed music in a variety of genres, but it's all classical-esque. Most of it involves piano trio, or piano, violin, and cello. There's some voice, there's some vocal in there. There's some. There might be a piano and 2 violins and a couple of one has 2 keyboards. Anyway, it's a collection of 10 compositions that were done in the last 2 months by these really talented music students at Sunway University. I hope you can join us at 2 p.m. on the Sunway University School of Arts Facebook page. If not, you can get there anytime Sunday later, or Monday or Tuesday, and catch these. Some really talented students. I hope you'll check it out. Anyway, here's my worthless composition called Lockdown Blues. Oh, I got the lockdown blues. Just so tired of the news. Need to put on my shoes and go out. Oh, I got the lockdown blues. Nothing left for me to lose. Need a big bottle of booze or I'll shout. Oh, I got the lockdown blues. One more zoom, I'll blow my fuse. Soon my brain will start to ooze. Soon my brain will start to ooze, or I'm worn out. How about that third verse? I'll get it next time. Thank you so much. That's that's the beauty of live performance on a piece that's existed for 12 hours or so. have at it. Anyway, please leave some comments about that third verse, or leave some comments about the first piece, or leave some comments about those talented music performance students at Sunway University who are going to perform. Well, they've already performed. It's all recorded in the last week or so. Their deadline to submit them to me. By the way, if you're watching, those, I've got half of them. The other half are due tomorrow. Don't miss that deadline. And then we'll stream it all on Sunday afternoon. I hope to see you then. I hope to see you at a future Rooftop Trombone celebration, but I hope we don't have any more lockdowns. I don't want to have another lockdown. Anyway, thanks so much, and I hope wherever you are, you're getting out of lockdown. So I know there's a couple places in Europe that are actually going the wrong way, and I hope that turns around quickly. Let's all, oh, I have one more PSA, by the way. On behalf of all of my friends and close friends and neighbors in developing nations, I think there are an awful lot of people in the rich world in Europe and North America who don't understand that the developing nations are just getting their first shipments of vaccines this month in March. All you people who already got your vaccines, I'm really happy for you. But don't be vax-holes. Don't brag about it, because some of us, you know, the doctors and nurses are just starting to get theirs right now. So it's a different world in some parts of the world. But we're doing okay. We're out of lockdown. Life is good. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.